Hey, what's going on, guys? Kalamazi here. This is going to be my second video in the series on Mythic bosses in Midnight Beta testing. This is the last three they tested. Midnight Falls and Crown of the Cosmos, which are the two bosses, the last bosses of the two raids out of the three we're doing, are not going to be tested. So these are all the bosses we're going to see, both in this video and the last video combined, all 7 that are open for testing. We're going to look at them all here. I'm going to talk about the changes in the fight briefly on Mythic, all that kind of stuff. Then I'll put the full longest pull after that segment, and that'll be that. If you want to hear the changes or watch the longest pull, there you go. This boss is Belo'ren, or Belo'ren, depending how you want to say it. It's a nice bird. It is the first boss of 2 in March on Quel'Thanos. March on Quel'Thanos is the raid that's opening last. Void Spire and Dreamrift open on the 17th of March. Normal and Heroic the next week, 23rd or whatever it is. Void Spire and Dreamrift open on Mythic as well, and the third week, I think it's like March 30th or whatever, this raid opens on all 3 difficulties, and this is the first boss. It is a phoenix. For those who don't know, that's a bird. This boss is going to die quickly. It dies multiple times over the course of the fight. When you kill him, or when you kill the bird boss, like kill, it spawns an egg. You got to burn the egg to 0. Killing the egg actually defeats the boss. You're going to get a light or shadow debuff here. I have light. Standing in mechanics of the same color as yours negates a lot of the damage coming in. So like light beams, the light orbs are flying around the room. Need to sand in those and or soak those to help other players and, you know, help prevent some of the damage. This soak here, for example, should have all of the darker debuff players in there because that'll help negate some of that soak damage. Light players do not go in there. You're going to have lions spawning on this fight periodically. Right there is one, actually. You can see it's on a light player somewhere in here. I can't tell where exactly. Maybe you can see if yeah, right there. It's on this person here. So a person, one of the mythic changes on this fight. Every difficulty, a person with the same color debuff as the line needs to move into the line to help soak that and negate like the shot damage, basically. It's going on to the player of the other color. There's a light player right here. On Mythic, the soaks splash, however. So you don't want to stack 2 players for this beam, for example, 2 like darker debuff players, shadow debuffs together in this line. You can theoretically soak twice, 2 different players. You don't need to, but even if you do that, you don't want to stack. There's a lot of damage, actually. It hurts pretty bad. 2 player stacking would almost kill somebody. So someone should move in here. Yep, that person is moving in there. Now, there's no great way to tell if someone's in your line when all hell's breaking loose. So for example, this light person here, this is their line. This person here has the shadow debuff. They're going to soak this line here. We had a self-ping system where if you're like, hey, I'm soaking this beam for somebody, just self-ping yourself. So someone sees, hey, you're in this line to soak. Don't worry about it. I don't need to move into this line to help soak as well. So this happens here. They might be too close. I can't really tell. I think it's an 8-yard radius. Yeah, they spread more. Pat took a lot of damage here, as you can see. He got crushed. I think that was the explosion happening. Pat's right there. So Pat's the person with the actual shot on him, and this is the soak coming out. It explodes in a radius. Pat took a lot of damage from this. Whoever this was took some damage. Might have been the rogue, I don't know. But either way, spread more. Flash is pretty big. So the orb spawn in Mythic as well. Same thing. If you have light, soak light orbs. I'm going to soak this one probably. Yep, there you go. Bang, easy. They spawn in like more random or sporadic patterns. Like they hit the wall and they'll bounce back in like a weird like wave kind of pattern. Once you get through the first egg as well, you'll have a mix of void and shadow orbs, or void and light orbs crossing the room at the same time together. You'll see what I mean in a minute here. Killed the boss. First time. This is a fall off damage. Move back. Don't stand in it. It hurts really bad. AMZ comes down here. Other defensives. Pop that. You can circle down, do whatever. You can gate this too if you want, but didn't really do it. It's whatever. So the egg in the middle of the room is LOS. I can't target this person with an ability if I wanted to across the room. Keep that in mind. You want to stand close to the egg here to dodge opposing, lines on the floor if you get them. I need to stand in light because I have light buff here. There we go. You want to theoretically stand on the edge so your healers can reach you. Because if your healer is like spread, like if I'm light here and I'm standing here and my healer is like, say this slice is over here, standing in the middle of this over here somewhere, they can't reach me very well. Stand on the edge if you can of your respective color to make it easier on healers and things alike. Here come the orbs. They're mixed. As you can see, some are shadow, some are light. You want to soak these. If the orbs come in contact with the boss, I think the egg as well, likely, they do damage. Don't let it happen. Soak the orbs. That's also a mythic change. Don't let him hit the boss. Dancing, doing whatever. Coming out of this phase when the rebirth cast finishes, once you kill this egg, the boss is then fully over. but until you kill it, the boss is going to come back. It's going to be reborn. Look, there it is again. So you're going to have 2 circle soaks coming out here. It's going to be 1 light. Here are the orbs, actually. So you see they're mixed up. There's like a mix of light and shadow. I believe this is a mythic change where there's all random like pathways they're taking here. They're all like on top of each other. Soak them. It hit the boss. It does damage at the rate it hurts. Don't let it happen. So I'm running out here. I think I might grab this one, maybe. Probably didn't need to either way. They can mix on top of each other. Take random patterns, just soak them. It's a bit on the tanks finding a spot for the boss to drag the boss through, but also it's pretty easy to soak these. These come out here, 1 light, 1 shadow pool, soak them with your respective color. I think I gate into this one. I do. Look at that. Wow. It does knock based on where you're standing. Found this out here. I'm going to get knocked backwards, probably into this. Stand in the right spot. Get knocked forward out of this, whatever. We'll get knocked backwards. There's that. So this line here, for example, someone needs to get a shadow debuff, like this person here, into here to help this person soak. I'm going to move through here. And yeah, we're back to doing whatever. Same thing with this person. This is a light person somewhere. The shadow buff needs to soak this and this. Someone might die here, actually, because I don't think there people are back there. Can't tell. Maybe. I don't know. That's the fight, pretty much. Same thing here. Kill the birds. The wall, need to soak this here. Hits the boss, will AoE on everybody. Thankfully, it didn't. I have a shot here, for example. As you can see, a void person's in my line already. They're soaking. Awesome. Good for them. Soak on my line. Bang. And we're good. But actually, if you see, I got AoE'd on there. Didn't really notice it, but the person behind me, I believe, splashed me. Yeah, this soak here. I should have been more aware of this and shifted out earlier. But the problem with shifting super late is this person might not be aware and it might drag the line out of where they're standing. So taking this is just, it just sort of happens. I don't know. I think somebody might have run through and splashed. They were actually under it, but yeah. So got to be aware of that too. But besides that, that's the fight. I'll put the whole kill up now. But yeah, pretty good fight. Telegraphed really well. Super easy to see what's happening on it. And honestly, a pretty good first boss. Could be.
All right, last pull. Ooh.
It could be.
Kill it.
Yay.
You kill it this time. Kill it.
We shall see.
I do not like how far the phoenixes spawn when the soak spawns.
It is a little weird. You have a light feather. All right, we're topping meters here. 100%. We're coming for these mages. Coming hard.
Put that bird in.
I'll point at this was yeah. And this really just doesn't do that much damage to you, right? It's just like the opposite color orb for us, I think.
Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at the damage. Holy moly.
Okay, good push timing. You won't insta get bust.
So strong, so strong. I don't know, Sky, you might have to link it. I'm not really sure. I've heard more than one person having an issue recently, though, with that. So I don't really know. But I have heard that mentioned a bit lately. I don't really know as to why it's happening. I had that problem a few weeks ago, too. I had to, like, relink all my characters. When I did it, it was actually okay, but...
Yeah.
But a hunter?
Blocking. Getting her soak. You have barrier, Lucy?
Oh. Let me through, let me through!
On this double soak, you can use it if you have it.
You get knocked better than that.
Alright, we're chilling.
I'm sick.
Bring it on these 2 eggs.
Yeah, bring it
Focus
in.
the eggs down.
Holy. Yours?
Why should I go along the side of us?
I can't get that. If I soak that, I die there.
Wait, hold on.
Dude, I don't know.
This is the one you wanted, right? Yeah, I can immune it. He's not enraged.
Yeah, the rain turtle there, right?
You can actually immune it now.
Yeah, I was in there.
Nice.
No, maybe it's not all immune, just some.
Well,
I mean,
I was
maybe
able to spell
it
ward
doesn't
it last week on Heroic Sword, so I was able to spell ward it. So on Pally.
Were you in Mind Brain?
I was in the yellow one. I don't know if that's you.
Oh,
I don't have Tyrant. I thought I had Tyrant. I'm a little late on it. Oh, no shot.
Bye, babe.
I don't remember if that was Mind
It's
Brain.
over.
Maybe
The
it,
boss is done.
maybe it means the damage, but it doesn't
Oh,
count.
7. Vaelgor Ezzorak is the second boss we're talking about today, and this boss, it feels like this boss is actually not going to be that bad once you have a plan for this boss. Not as bad as like Mugsy was like during the testing or anything. Like once you had a plan for Mugsy, it was actually like, oh, this is how you do this, right? But this is not the same difficulty level. But regardless, the bosses need to be spread 15 yards. If they're more than 10% health apart, they enrage. A couple changes from heroic and things to mythic. We'll talk about them when we get there. The boss is going to do a breath frontal, pointed away, whoever gets it. It is targeted on one player and will move with the player. The boss is going to cast a null beam here. I will say this null beam, if you take this null beam, it gives you stacks of an effect which reduce, how do I word this? Taking stacks of the null beam reduces the amount of movement speed reduction your character can get. It makes it easier to break the tether that comes out from the ads, but at the same time, you're taking a frontal beam. So I don't know how it's going to work. Maybe you have your whole raid take it. I'm not really sure. We can just circle it or gate it or whatever, but either way, there's that. Some people are taking it here, as you can see. These circles come out. These are going to spawn orbs at AoE. Stacking these hurts a lot, but they can be like stunned and gripped or whatever. Isn't that big of a deal. AoE them down. The thing is, they're going to tether players. The first tether that snaps here, which is going to be probably this person or one of these two, is going to spawn these pools. Someone snapped over here. These pools spawn from a tether breaking. You got to dodge them. You're trying to break your own tether at AoE and grip. This felt pretty bad, I'm not going to lie. But you can see I'm slowed here a good bit. This is full speed running away. I think I might even have Burning Rush on here. If you take this frontal, it negates the overall slow effect from the tether, but you're taking damage, so sort of up to you. I'm trying to run away here without Burning Rush on. You can see it's pretty rough. Obviously, it's a lock. You can just put a circle down, circle out. You can gate it if you want as a raid, whatever. Do what you got to do. That's that. Kick them, CC them. There you go. Besides that, the other change here is Ezzorak's going to cast Gloom, which is that orb's going to come out in... I don't see it here. I think right now actually being cast. So this orb that spawns, this is a bad angle for it. It's going to spawn with like a radius around it, like a circle basically. Every person that comes in contact with it will reduce the size of the circle. I think it's like five soaks roughly, give or take. You want to reduce basically the size of the circle by soaking it. On Mythic though, it splashes within an 8-yard radius. Like whenever you soak it, if I run in here and soak this, let me just play this a bit. See the ring around, it's like this big roughly. It's like a little ring right here. If I ran in and soaked this, it would basically soak one of like the stacks off of it, but also it would reduce the ring size, but it would pulse around me or the orb in an 8-yard radius. A debuff that does dot damage for a little while, I think it's 8 seconds, but applies a damage taken increase from the effect by 1,000%, and it lasts a minute. On Heroic, you can just say 5 players stack on it, soak it down, no big deal. On Mythic, you have to soak in a staggered fashion, like in a line. So like, for example, wherever this comes out, like player 1 soaks here, player 2 is like here, player 3 is here, maybe a bit less room between them, so on and so forth, but you have to soak it down. And you can't be stacked or it'll debuff everybody and blow everybody up. If it hits the wall in the back of the room with a larger radius on it, see the radius here, it'll shrink when people soak it, like right about, somebody soak it. Now it's soaked a bit there. He's weighing a soak back there for that last stack. It'll shrink. There's a soak there. I think it has maybe 1 stack or none. Can't really tell, honestly. It'll hit the back of the room and explode in a radius. There's less soak right there, actually, based on how big the remaining ring is essentially on us. You'll see it explode about now. Here it comes. Explode. 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 Here it is. It's filling the room. So that's a lot of area denial. You're going to have breaths coming out here. More breaths make it tougher to turn the boss with the breath and stuff too. Keep in mind they got to be spread 15 yards and enrage. Soaks become harder. Dodging the pools in the soak becomes tougher too when the tethers go out. So a lot of things are similar to Heroic, but a little different as well. Besides that, the fight's pretty similar to Heroic. Tethers come out in a bit of a later fashion here. One is broken already, so we're trying to break this. This is a Burning Rush. The pole's pretty rough. Gloom Orb again right now. So the cadence of this fight's pretty fast. Once there's like a pattern for this boss figured out, like a good strategy for it, it probably isn't that bad. But you can see how it's like, all right, this happens, then this, then this, then this, with very little downtime or leeway. The intermission has a shield you go into, the bosses fly around, and you stay in the shield. An ad spawns, kill the ad. I think the intermission is shorter on Mythic, and you go back into this phase. Unfortunately, we wiped a bunch here, didn't really see it at all, but same as Heroic in the intermission, and that's basically it. The fight's interesting. Permanent 2 target cleave in phase 1. Phase 2, they're immune to damage flying around. I think they're immune mostly, but not a very long phase 2. And yeah, that's that.
Bro, oh my
It's
god.
so bad.
Everything's pissing me the fuck off.
Everything is so
Everything's
bad.
pissing me off, bro.
It's one of those days, I tell you, man. I don't.
Nothing works. Everybody sucks.
I'm tired.
The biscuit. Shout out.
Pelagon, do you want to get lunch to this?
I'm in Boston.
Why are you up there?
That's gonna work.
Reliving 2021.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why are you up there out of all places? Why?
I'm spending the holidays with my girlfriend. What do you mean?
The holidays are over.
That's just
Holidays
a
are
family
just
fault.
starting, man.
No.
Halloween
He flexes on us with the girlfriend and the holidays. Okay.
And being in Boston, the best place in the entire universe.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't
these
forget
puddles
that.
are so stupid.
I break that shit.
Get ready to soak. Get ready to
Kyle.
soak. Perfect lines. Perfect lines.
I'm gonna soak in front of the bus. After that.
Warren
guy.
Ezzorak.
No. Okay, go. Go.
Knock's got.
Wait,
Oh,
you can actually
don't
soak
get
from
it, Knock.
opposite sides and not cleave, I think.
Yeah,
It
that's what I
also
was saying
just
earlier.
looks like it doesn't fucking cleave the first time.
Yeah,
Who
that's
is it?
true. A criminal.
It's okay, I have Lichborn. He didn't kill me.
Yeah.
I just need Jesus
sick.
right now.
Jesus.
Back shot.
Alright, you're a grip here.
Big implosion.
To the left.
Holy moly, implosion. Oh, big meteor. It's too late. They're already
Jack, Can
gone.
you grip Lucy whenever we get soaked? I'm trusting you. No, I'm good.
You did for
That
me.
guy's also a priest.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah,
up.
I'm good.
No, you gotta rescue
Balls.
the priest, and then the priest rescue
Oh, perfect.
or grips the other guy.
Almost a good angle.
Almost a good
Damn.
angle. I can probably move the boss a little bit.
About what today, Naj? About what?
I think you can move the boss as much as you want.
100% be a locked every good fight. Listen, I mean, tuning
I
is
don't
not
think that
really a
melee
thing right
matters.
now. Like, they're starting to
I
tune
don't
things a
think
bit,
so. I
but
just do
it's a
get
very
wiped.
rough, like,
Yeah.
Okay. I do get
initial
wiped.
start to it. Some classes are obviously better than others. That's how it is. You know, and so there are some extreme outliers or bug classes too, and that also extrapolates things. I'm not really worried about tuning.
So that you
It's more about damage profiles and seeing the fights and how they work mechanically, which is fine. I think I've seen, we've seen all we need to see in this fight. I don't think we even need to pull it anymore.
Like,
but
maybe you
it's
can
whatever.
swing
We got 10 minutes and the last boss is up. Well, next boss.
I mean,
So, yeah.
the other way you could do it is like Razgith, where you like knock them together from
So
like 4 sides. But
Yeah, that's what I
I
said.
think it's Boomkin. Yeah.
I don't know if you want.
Also, yes,
Dumb
believe.
as hell, though.
Believe. All right, Mythic Lightblinded Vangurd. This is basically Soul Hunters on Mythic. If you like that fight, the whole 2 people in the world that did, great. This is that fight again. If you didn't, well, join the club. Here we go. So we're going to look at it this way. Basically, the fight has Zealous Spirit as the Mythic mechanic, which sort of like empowers another boss in a sense, or another boss's ability when one of the 3 bosses is doing like their ultimate in a sense. They're paladins. You're going to have a mix of paladin abilities. You've got Divine, Toll, Sacred Shields, Execution, Sentence. I don't know why I can't say that. Whenever you lust, whether it's on pull or later on, they're going to bubble. You got to mass dispel it. We lust on pull, bubbles come out, we mass dispel. Cool, good to go. It's a paladin fight. There's spinning hammers and big things swinging and shields being thrown. It's paladin stuff. It's sort of mechanical vomit again. It is what it is. We didn't get super far into it. We tested this boss for about 20 minutes and we're like, yeah, rather just go do anything else in life than pull this boss a bit more. So we didn't test it very long. But jokes aside, it was end of the day. We'd sort of seen it. It was a bit of a... There's a healing absorb on the fight, which comes out. It's called Tyr's Wrath, right? Yeah, we'll talk about it in a minute here. The bosses are going to basically do like an ultimate every so often. It'll alternate. It's indicated by a very large circle that's put around one of them. When it happens, right here, when it happens, drag the other 2 bosses away. You don't want to be in the circle. Thank you for the raid, Robin. I appreciate it. They're going to do one thing. He's doing Divine Toll. So you can see here, Spirit of the Mender, Defender, and Vindictive, right? So for example, when Bellamy is casting Divine Toll, the Spirit's going to cast Tyr's Wrath. Tyr's Wrath is a massive absorb. It goes on I think the closest 5 players to the edge of this ring right here. You'll see it by the Louis Vuitton absorb shields on the raid frames in a second here. It is massive, and it stacks. We had groups rotating it. I think I missed the soak here. I was out of like my group soak. I think I'm group 3. I don't know. It's whatever. But you'll see it does stack. The absorb is massive. It's probably overtuned. We were testing in champion level gear on a later mythic boss. But basically, the gist of it is when an ultimate's going on, there's going to be the spirit empowering the ultimate with basically another ultimate. So Divine Toll is going to get Tyr's Wrath being empowered. Execution Sentence is going to get Divine Toll being cast as well, so the shields. And Tyr's Wrath, when it's cast by the boss, is going to have Execution Sentence being cast as well. So you'll see here, we're getting out. Divine Toll's being cast up here. This is going to be Spirit of the Mender. You'll see basically, yeah, it's being cast. Bellamy's doing his thing. Watch the raid frames here. You're going to see Louis Vuitton's coming on. Look, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the absorb. This is basically the Spirit of the Mender applying Tyr's Wrath when Divine Toll's being cast. Toll's there. Tyr's Wrath is there. This thing does an insane... It's a huge absorb. And there are more coming out now, too. It's on the closest 5 players in the ring. Get out. You get hit by the shield, just silence as well. Just dodge. Yeah, kick the boss every so often. I believe the elephant charge is like on the furthest player, so you want to bait towards the wall. Could be wrong there, but once they're done, big consecration in the back of the room. Stack them up again, meat grinder them down. You're going to have another ultimate coming up soon. I don't know what it's going to be. Figure it out. Spread out for this stuff, obviously. Pretty easy to see. It's going to go off here. A bunch of Divine Tolls go out. Cool, sounds good. Barrier, heck yeah, awesome. You're going to have one jumping out, I think pretty soon here. Yeah, it's going to cast Execution Sentence. So here we go. So people get debuffed here randomly. Here's the actual ring coming out. You can see in the middle of the room it's being cast, which is right here. You're going to have Divine Tolls coming out as well. The Spirit is empowering with the Defender. So here are the sentences. You need to soak these. Here come the Divine Tolls. You got to dodge this stuff here as well. Pretty sick. I think I get hit by this actually. Maybe I do. Perfect. I didn't. Soak the Divine Tolls. And that's that. There's no Absorb Soak here because the Spirit is empowering basically this thing here. So you're getting Divine Tolls and Execution Sentences. Big consecration on the floor. Stack again. Their hammer spinning. Meat grinder them down. That's the fight. The third boss does something as well. You'll get it'll cast Tyr's Wrath, the absorb shield, and you're gonna get Execution Sentence being cast during that. So big absorb and big damage coming out. That's probably the worst overlap, feels like, at least. Big absorb and big soaks coming out from the sentence. I don't know if we even got that far. Maybe we did. It's coming up in, I'm not even sure. I don't know. Random things happen too. Dodge this stuff. If you hit the boss during Aura Peace, it'll silence you for a while. It's sort of like just mechanical vomit in a sense. Here's Aura Peace coming out. Don't hit her, you get silenced. I might even hit her here. I did. There you go. Here's Sentence coming out, and you're gonna have the Absorb soon too. This is a pretty tough fight to get, or part to get through. You got Soaks here. Watch for Louis Vuittons on the frames here. Should see them coming out in a second. Where are the Louis? Big Lou, where are you? Oh, there they are. Everyone got blasted by the soaks, and you have a massive absorb on you as well. Half the raid's dead, but that's basically the fight. It's going to rinse and repeat. Once the Execution Sentences are soaked, the hammer spawn. It's just this over and over again. You got to kill them all within the same time frame, I believe, or they enrage, I think. Or they if you kill one, they get a damage increased stacks. That's it. Here's the poll. Thanks for watching, guys. GN. Ahead of time, like, I mean, THU spent hours and hours on his UI for this. I spent hours and hours. I haven't updated it again, but I spent a long time doing mine too. I'm not in the race first, but like, they'll spend a lot of time prepping and doing whatever they need to do to be in a good spot for that tier, right? So I mean, honestly, like, I expect them to be like in a pretty good spot compared to most others. Whether it's UI stuff they got to learn, or mechanical stuff, or how to like they interpret mechanics happening, or how they look at like incoming data or mechanics, they'll do it and they'll put in the time. But people that aren't necessarily like building UIs now, or don't want to, or aren't familiar with like the changes to boss design or mechanics or whatever, how things are telegraphed, they're gonna struggle more without like having the weak aura stuff around. I mean, in the end, it'll all work out probably either way, let's be honest. But definitely just different. But yeah, Robin, hello, Robin. Robin, did you guys stop testing early as well? I think this is our last pull. What's up, man? Thank you for the raid. What's going on, dude? What do we think? What do we think? Thank you for the raid, man. I appreciate it, brother. But I think it's just like the nature of like how they play the game and everything, right? Like whether it's having to learn how to interpret data in a different manner, or add-ons or weak cores being removed, like they'll put in the time they need to like learn it ahead of time, right?
Get ready to learn Chinese.
Yeah. Compared to like other players or people that aren't like in a higher end setting, that it's like, you know, their job and everything taking a bit longer, or just not caring as much. That makes sense, right? So, but we'll see. I don't know. I mean, and honestly, I don't know, it's whatever. I don't really care either way.
What happens if you overlap these bad shit or?
Oh, yeah.
Did we mind
Yeah,
there?
Thank you for the rating, Robin. I appreciate it, brother. Hope you get stream.
Didn't quite solve
Thank you, big dog. I ate a hammer looking at my chat. That's okay. I'm gonna die.
Almost half the raid is alive.
Ooh, yippee! I'm getting shielded.
Cool. It just
Jack,
says,
heal me.
Yeah.
Thing is, like, they improved like telegraphic abilities, and then these are just dog shit.
Weren't they supposed to improve the
A line under the shield.
Oh, it's improved. It just tells me.
So, I don't know. We'll see. Louis Vuitton everywhere. I know it's good. It's good. Big Louis, Big Louis.
We've been seeing that.
It's all good.
Big Lou.
To the second full break.
Absorbent 5. Absorbent 5.
Alright, guys. Soak while dealing with healing absorbs.
Okay,
Make sure you soak
see.
me.
Yep.
I'm important.
Coming, I'm going.
And then, okay.
I'll take my stack. I'll take my
Right
stack.
now.
Okay, I'm running away now.
Yeah.
Oh, and the hammers! Oh, perfect. All right.
Group 3.
It's been fun,
That's
boys.
really nice.
It's
That
been
is
a fun one.
lovely.
And group 4. Group 4. Right
Alright, see you guys.
Thank you, Robin. I appreciate it, brother.
Christmas, Merry Christmas.
This
Happy
is
New Year.
Next Tuesday for
Lightblinded Vangurd.